Hey guys, I'm Morthadon and we are back for Symphogear Season 1, Episode 4. So, last time we had some tension still, even after a month of working together, training and fighting noise and everything with Hibiki and Tsubasa. There's still that tension there. Tsubasa seems to be, obviously dealing with her emotions from the loss of Kanade and everything, and also it's not something that you get over real fast. Um, but she tried to suppress her emotions towards the end after Genjiro stepped in, and well, I guess it was a month later and then after, like Genjiro stepped in, and then the month happened. So my bad. But yeah. Anyway, but she seemed to be trying to suppress her emotions, saying that she's just like a sword. There's no reason for a sword to be upset and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's obviously bullshit, but I understand that idea of trying to put yourself in a different mindset. So it definitely makes sense the way that she's going with it. But we learned a lot about the noise. To their knowledge, right now, there's no sentience behind it. But who knows if that will change? They seem to wonder if there is, because of the fact that they've been arising more commonly right now, and then also in like one location, seemingly like they're going after the relic that they have, kind of thing. And we had a new character show up in the Nehushtan armor. So is she an enemy? Is she an ally? I don't know. And I was corrected that the Nehushtan armor was underneath the concert hall where that concert happened. And I kind of forgot that concert happened. The one where they were charging that armor, that was under the. I mean, yeah, that was under, but that was in the 2 year flashback. I believe it was 2 years. Back with Kanade and everything, right? So did they lose it back then, or did they have it and now suddenly it's gone? I don't know. Maybe we'll learn this episode. But either way, sorry for the long rant. There's a lot in this show, so let's get started, shall we? Alrighty, guys, we're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. 5 years ago now. Whoa. Language Kanade. This is cool, though. Ah. Wow, so she was only with them for 3 years before she died, huh? Because if this was 5 years ago and it was 2 years ago that the noise that she died, that means she was only 17 when she died. That sucks, man. So young. Tsubasa's there already. So Tsubasa predates Kanade. Shit. Well, go through hell. This is some. Ooh. Damn. I love that. That's so telling about his character with just one thing. Like, that's awesome. She is cray cray. Jeez. Oh. God damn, it's still coming. Oh shit. Kanade, you be crazy. I was also told that it is all the VAs that do the singing for their parts, which is really cool. Hmm. Damn. I guess she gained it as she lost it, right? She gained it with coughing up blood and died coughing up blood. She seemed to mellow out quite a bit in the few years, though, right? She didn't seem this crazy. Oh. She finds... That's nice. Yeah, the idea that she came into this just wanting to kill the noise more than anything, but kind of finds the meaning in saving people rather than just killing the noise. That's how I took that anyway, seemingly. Alright. Okay, so they don't know that someone has the armor. So at what point did they lose it? Or do they still have the relic and this person's just manifesting? I don't know. It was taken back there then. Okay. Hmm. It is interesting. So why is she antagonistic? Hmm. Ah. Interesting. Unbroken relic. She's got a whip. Interesting. That's gross. Ooh, mess with her footing? Oh. And she got behind her? She's fast. She managed to throw her and then loop around and step on her head. Some shit. Abduct her? Why? Why Hibiki? Oh shit! Shedding Tears. That was the episode name, I think, right? Oh, is this when she manifests the weapon? You gotta sing! I don't know. Jeez, even more. Wow. How does that noise summoning work? Jeez. That same move again, just overhead slashes and she blocks with the chain. What is that? I couldn't even read that. The font was crazy. Jeez. That's not good. Hibiki, this is your moment. Oh my gosh. Anime, change the angle. uh. What? Shadow weaving? She's friggin' Shikamaru from Naruto. She get the shadow possession. Is this the one that kills you? Is this the one that Kanade did? Does Hibiki get her weapon to stop Tsubasa? I don't want Tsubasa to die. I like Hibiki and everything, but... Shit! Are the noise dancing, or is that just their normal idle motion? They're like... just making more noise. There's the blood. Jeez! Did it just explode? Get hooked. Ah! Is it like consuming her? She can just fly. Okay, bye. I guess they always come from the sky and stuff too. I guess I never really know if they're flying or they're just jumping really high. Hibiki, come on. Damn it. Ugh. Can she live through it? Or no? Well, shit. Alright, ambulance, we're at a hospital. Maybe she lives? Wow, saved her life. Holy shit. I wonder if she'll even be able to fight anymore. So Zweiwing was the name of their duo, then? We heard Zweiwing before and I didn't know what it meant, but... Hmm. That was a good line. Yep. Yeah. Okay, so now Hibiki understands how foolish what she said last episode was. Yeah, see, I didn't know how much Hibiki knew, so... But now that she knows the whole story, she understands. Makes me feel a bit better. She needs a friend. Alright, where are we off to now? Oh, is this Tsubasa? In her unconscious state, potentially? Seeing Kanade again. Jeez. She is not looking good. Is this considered the second branch? Is that what they're talking about? Hibiki, I know why you're so down on yourself, but you also just attained this power. You can't expect to pick it up overnight. Hmm. Poor Miku doesn't even really know why. So she does have a mom. Didn't mention dad, though. Anime characters don't have dads. Miku's such a good friend. No. At the hospital? Alright. Well, the one that she missed? Aw. Aw. Alrighty. Kind of found her motivation rather than just. I don't know that she was ever doing this just to do it, but. Master. Ah, Genjiro. Oh, that's how we like it. Are you into action movies? Please tell me they're gonna watch movies. Oh my god! Hell yeah. We're just getting credits with a training montage. Miku? Did she follow her? Did Hibiki know that Miku was there, just lurking behind a tree? Oh. You get a carbo load when you're working out a lot. Genjiro's outfits are on point, baby. I think Genjiro's my favorite character. Oh, there's more! Will she spot something in the darkness of the video? I'm just kidding, probably not. So are you hiding stuff from me? And they give us the black screen and she turned away while she said it. Damn it. Alrighty, guys. That is it for episode 4. That was a great episode, guys. I loved it. I absolutely did. Like, the first few episodes, I wasn't sure. I liked it. It was cool, but I think, like, the first, like, 3 episodes really felt like explain, and now we're, like, progressing the story kind of thing, right? Because, as I've already said it in the other few discussions, but, you know, we learned about the we kind of had, like, the intro battle or whatever with the loss of Kanade and everything. That was good. And then we learned about the Symphogears, and then we learned about the noise with 2 episodes back to back. And now we have this episode here where we just kind of went, and I love it. I've loved all the episodes, don't get me wrong, but I think I'm really starting to get into the show, and it's entertaining. But yeah, we had a flashback to 5 years ago. Kanade was the only survivor of a noise attack, and she had this, you know, raging anger towards the noise and just wanted to kill them all. I may have missed it. Let me know if I did, because I don't want to go back and try and reread all of that right now in the middle of the video. But I know I read that she was the last survivor, that everyone else, obviously that means everyone else died, so do we know yet what caused her intense anger towards the noise, other than just seeing all the people around her die? Or did she lose someone precious to her or something? I like I said, I missed if they said that, oh yeah, after she lost her best friend, she got pissed, you know? Or after she lost her parents, she got pissed, something like that. Like, I missed it if they said anything like that, or maybe they just didn't say anything like that and we're just left to assume that something about that attack. I mean, unless she just... I doubt she was like that before the attack, right? I was gonna say, unless that's just how she's always been, just, I want to kill all the noise, you know? But yeah. I really liked that moment with Genjiro. I like how they didn't have to say anything. It got the point across with his hand, where he squeezed his hand so hard it started bleeding. That was in the moment while they're taking this young girl, administering all these treatments to her that are causing her pain and everything. And, you know, it takes... There's probably, as him being what seems to be, like, the head of this branch or whatnot, and making the decisions here, he's the one that is putting these girls in this danger. He's the one that's putting them through this pain. That's probably the way he thinks about it, right? And seeing this, you know, young girl in pain as he's just sitting there, essentially, like, helpless. Like, this is part of what saving the world is, right? And so he's just gripping to the point of bleeding because of his frustration at probably how powerless he is in this situation, and he just has to grit his teeth and deal with it, right? But that was my interpretation of it anyway. I really did like that moment, and I like how it wasn't... Sometimes anime will do that, where they squeeze their hand, it'll bleed. I've seen that in anime before, but then usually they'll say a line to be like, oh, so that's why he did it, to explain it to the audience. But I really appreciate here that they didn't give us that line. They trusted the audience to not be like, why would he squeeze his hand so hard till he bleeds? But to understand the frustration that he's feeling in that situation as he's, injecting all these foreign chemicals into a 14-year-old girl and she's screaming in pain, you know? Like, I get it, for sure. But before I get too far into the discussion, I want to mention that one of my lovely commenters, thank you so much, by the way, let me know that a cool little factoid is that apparently the singing in the show where the characters sing to power their gear was never intended. It was something where they were, if sorry if I'm paraphrasing here from the comment, but they were supposed to add, like the director, or however it works, told the guys, okay, we need to have like music during the fighting, and during that it was misunderstood where instead of just having music while they fight, they interpreted that as, okay, we need them to be singing while they're fighting, and it ended up getting, I don't know how it managed to get that far to the point where they had that as the like part of the story and everything too. But it's I definitely, it's crazy to me. Like, it's such a misunderstanding. It's like, oh, so, you know, you would think the person who told them that would be like watching over the process, but I guess he told them that, and then it got so far in the editing or whatnot, I guess, that they were like, all right, you know, we'll just keep it. We'll just roll with it, whatever. I love that too, where they're not like, okay, well, let's redo this because it's wrong. No, they're just like, it's just part of the story now. Let's do it, you know. But it was a cool factoid. I love having little facts like that about shows. I really need to look up facts like that more because it always interests me whenever I hear it. I always love that stuff, but I'm never the kind of person that just goes out and Googles, like, interesting facts about this show. I don't even know how you do it, right? I mean, I imagine you could get some results if you just search that, but it was one of those things that, like, I think I was watching a reaction to, shit, what was the name of the movie? It was the one where they, like, the girl and the guy swap bodies and everything. Oh man, it's just, is it Your Name? I think the English might have just been Your Name, right? I can't remember the Japanese name for it. But yeah, like, they apparently, in the reaction, they looked up little factoids as well, and one of the cool ones that they talked about was how there is a little Easter egg of a, was it like the IBN 5100 or whatever from Steins Gate? There was one in the movie that you could see at one point, so that's, like, little things like that is just, like, really cool. But anyway, that aside, I also really like the moment, as, you know, we see Kanade as a young girl who was in this terrible, you know, disaster and stuff like that, and she's all about killing, kill, kill, kill. But as she gains this power, as she does this fighting, as she does this killing that she so desperately wanted to do, she starts hearing the people thank her and everything, the people that she saved, and you see her face kind of light up a bit, and she goes from this damaged child who had something terrible happen to her and just wants revenge against the things that did it, to being this, you know, being thanked for what she does. And you know that she never really did it for the thanks, it's just that she wanted to kill them. But I feel like with that twinkle in her eye that we got there, it was because she realizes that saving people is important too, kind of thing. And it was something that she might not have really factored in too much before. So I like how it definitely seemed like through that it mellowed Kanade out, because especially at the end, she did not seem like what she was at the start. And that was, I mean, battle will change someone for sure. That's I hear that a lot about, like, war and stuff like that. Like, war changes you and everything really quickly. So, like, the way, like, I was thinking about, it's like only 3 years from when she joined up with them to when she died. But the fact that it seems like she changed so much. She seemed like that bigger sister role. She seemed calm and rational when she was talking to Tsubasa and helping Tsubasa through her anxiety about going on that like going on the stage for that concert and everything. Seemed so different from the girl we saw, this episode. It's crazy how much she grew in those 3 years, but yeah. So we had the girl in the Nehushtan armor. We don't. I mean, she ended up being antagonistic. We don't know what her goals are, but she was able to summon the noise. Now, is that just like? I'm really curious as to how that functions, right? If Hibiki happened to get that armor or that relic, I should say, and be able to utilize it, would she be able to summon them too? Is it something where is she taking noise and like storing them in like a Pokeball kind of thing and then releasing them to fight for her later? Or is she actually summoning them from nothing, right? Like that's one of the things that I thought of during the episode. Like how does it work? Because I definitely could see that being a thing where she summons them, or she like pulls them in, like she goes to other encounters where the noise are and she just sucks them up, she just ghostbusters them into this device or whatever, and then releases them later in order to weaponize them. Or is whatever group she's with, assuming that it's a group, part of something where they actually summon the noise, and maybe the noise aren't this natural disaster that everyone thinks they are, like just something that occurs, these mindless machines that just occur, and maybe it's individuals summoning them. Maybe that's how they've always shown up, is by someone being there and summoning them and everything. But yeah, I don't know. I look forward to, that's another thing that I'm sure we're gonna learn more about. But I was just running through the possibilities of that summoning and everything as the episode went on. But they also called it an unbroken relic, so they only have like a fragment of their relic, right? It seems like just like one crystal of it. So that's not the crystal we saw that Kanade had, that red crystal. And I think Tsubasa has one as well. And then we also have Hibiki that only has fragments in her. So I wonder if that's why Hibiki can't summon the weapon yet, is because she only has fragments. Does like more of it make you more powerful, kind of thing? I don't know. It's just a theory. I think there could just be a learning curve. I think Hibiki will be able to I imagine Hibiki will be able to manifest the weapon at some point. But I wonder if the shards are what's stunting her growth a little bit, or if it's just something about her where she's not trained up enough, she's not strong enough, she hasn't practiced enough, kind of thing, and so she can't pull out the weapon yet. But yeah, like I'm curious. So hers is a solid, like a whole relic, not just a part of one, and that makes her more powerful. I wonder if that has something to do with the ability to summon the noise. Normally should Hibiki and Tsubasa be able to summon the noise as well, but because their relics are broken, they can't do that aspect of it, kind of thing. But yeah, and one of the reasons why I also think this new girl is working for a group, I mean, I guess she could have been summoning the noise or been bad before she got the Nehushtan armor. I'm just curious, like, did this group bring in this girl who had the capability of using this armor once they got it, kind of thing, once they stole it? Or was she the one that stole it? I don't know. I look forward to learning more about her, right? Because it's just, I have so many questions, and trying to think through them, there's so many possibilities that trying to think through them is not exactly the I don't think I'll be too successful. I did miss the name of one of the attacks. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but oh my god. God damn it. I cut like halfway into the episode, and I cut exactly to the scene where she's on the ground and it has the back shot of just her ass between her legs and everything. That was just close up in the camera. And like that's just right where I clicked from my first spot when I was going through the episode again. That's hilarious. Oh my god. Dude, I can't even read it paused. What does that say? Gedon. It looks like Gedon is the second word. Does that say Nirvana? That might be Nirvana. Nirvana Geddon? Like it almost sounds like Armageddon kind of thing, but Nirvana Geddon. That's funny. Alright, well, I got it. Kind of. I hope I got that right. But, I mean, I was about to write it down, but I haven't written down any of the other attack names. But, yeah, they have a lot of different ways they can utilize their power. Like, we had this move that Tsubasa did that locked her shadow in place, which was crazy. Like, we had no idea that she was even capable of doing that until she just whipped it out. So it's like, how many other attacks and moves can she do? But yeah, what else do I have here? Oh yeah, Tsubasa did her superb song, is what they call it. It's the one that I guess almost kills you. I wonder what the difference is between, like, I mean, maybe it's just how attuned you are with your relic kind of thing. Maybe, like, why did Kanade evaporate when she did hers, and Tsubasa managed to live? Barely, I'll admit, but she did live. I guess it's also possible they were right there, so they were able to administer treatment, like, immediately, whereas the fight had to be wrapped up and the noise were there, and maybe they couldn't get Kanade out fast enough. Maybe it could be something like that, but it also could just be the way, you know, the superb song affects people differently, right? It could just be something like that. But yeah, Tsubasa willing to give everything for this, and also I didn't talk about the girl in the Nehushtan armor wanting Hibiki, which is interesting. Why Hibiki? I wonder, what are they just trying to, like, do they want Symphogear people on their side, and they think since Hibiki is a newly formed Symphogear user, they might be able to sway her to their side, kind of thing, and increase their strength? Kind of like, you know, they know that they're not going to be able to sway Tsubasa because Tsubasa's been with this branch for, you know, for before even Kanade was, right? So obviously she's not just going to betray all of them, but Hibiki's new, malleable, and stuff like that. Is that why? Or does it have something to do with Gungnir that they want to get their hands on? Do they have some use for Gungnir that they want to utilize? Or, I don't know. I wonder what their reasoning is for wanting. But we had the name Second Branch be dropped. They said, like, if she knows about Hibiki, then that she knows about the Second Branch, which makes me think that's just what their division is called, which leads me to be like, okay, that means there must be at least a first branch, and maybe there's a third and more or something. So if that's the case, is First Branch another group like these guys that also have their own Symphogears? I mean, it would make sense that you can't stop every noise attack all over the world, or at least even all of Japan would be hard to cover. I mean, I guess they have, like, crazy technology and helicopters and stuff, but I actually don't know how long it would take to get across all of Japan in a helicopter, but I imagine having multiple branches would make sense. So, but yeah, the fact that this is the Second Branch, I'm interested to learn about the First Branch, assuming that this is the Second Branch. I'm pretty confident on that being the case, but I just like to leave a little bit of room open for me to be wrong, because I am often wrong. But anyways, yeah, it was a great episode, guys. I very much enjoyed it. We had once again, a lot of info dropped, but also a lot of action and a lot of feels and everything. I liked Hibiki kind of finding her resolve, although I felt really bad at the end. Excuse me. With her having to lie to her friend. That was rough, but especially because Miku knows, assuming that Hibiki doesn't know that Miku was there watching her train. I guess we also had the training montage, which I didn't really talk about, but that was awesome. I love that they just watched some fighting movies and then just went and started training. That was great. But yeah, with Miku seeing that and maybe Hibiki not knowing that she saw that, she makes that, she tries to reach for that secret that Hibiki's keeping. Miku knows that she has a secret, and she's like, oh no, I would never keep anything from you, and Miku straight up knows that's a lie. So oh man. Obviously we know the friendship doesn't fall too hard because Miku goes to her grave in the future and seems very sad and not like, I thought we were friends, I'm glad you're dead. Kicks the grave over or something. I guess you could still be sad that her friend's dead, but their friendship may go a little south. I wonder if Miku will ever get brought in the know, but then she'll have a lot of her freedoms restricted and stuff like that, right? But yeah, I don't know. I'm sure Miku will find out eventually, right? But yeah. Anyway, yeah, great episode, guys. I think that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you're not already watching on there. This was a Patreon show, which means that you can see all the rest of at least Season 1. I've been very much enjoying the show, so I've been already thinking, I'm not even at the end of the season yet, and I've already been thinking about just jumping right into Season 2 after this. But we'll see. Nothing's etched in stone yet. But yeah, at least Season 1 will be completed on my Patreon, but the potentially even more seasons completed on there. So check that out if you're interested in getting a whole bunch of episodes ahead of time. The link is in the description below, or it should be popping up on the screen. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.